Thomas Hoenig is vice chairman of the FDIC. He was previously president of the Federal Reserve Bank of Kansas City, one of 12 Federal Reserve banks around the country. From Kansas City, he worked with the Oklahoma bankers in his district. Oklahoma does not have a Federal Reserve Bank, but it does have a branch, and what happens in our city has an impact.
Having a branch there has been extremely important in terms of the information gathered from Oklahomans about what is going on in the economy, what the Federal Reserve does and doesn't do right, how we should think about monetary policy and its effect on the economy. The Oklahomans have served on our boards at these branches. They've also served on the office in Kansas City providing this information. So it's an integral part, not just of the Federal Reserve Bank of Kansas City, but of the Federal Reserve System and the economy more broadly in trying to get the policy right.
Hoenig worked for 38 years at the Kansas City Fed. Its new facility was built under his leadership. As a young economist, he saw the heydays of Oklahoma as the economy boomed. Later, as a senior officer in banking supervision, he worked through the banking crisis.
It was a time when Tom emphasized that we had an important job to do, but he understood well that many communities would suffer when their local bank failed. And because of that, he made it a priority that we carry out this work with a great deal of integrity and fairness in the process.
At the Kansas City-based Division of Bank Supervision and Structure, he oversaw more than 1,000 banks and worked closely with them.
He worked through the banking crisis of the 1980s, dealing with the aftermath of a collapse that forced more than 300 banks in his district of the Federal Reserve System to close or seek assistance. His work through that difficult time led to his eventual selection as president of the Federal Reserve Bank of Kansas City. His work as vice chairman of the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation plays a crucial role in assuring the stability and security of our banking system, which is vital to the individual financial security and economic development of people all throughout this country.
So one of the things I've learned is that to be a president of a Federal Reserve Bank, you really have to get in the community yourself. That's why it's designed, that's why the Federal Reserve is designed the way it is. And so I've had great opportunities to travel much of Oklahoma, not just Oklahoma City and Tulsa, but most of its towns, cities, talked with businesses, attended different groups, Chamber of Commerce, all providing input to me about what makes an economy work, a local economy work. Indicated to me and told me how important that local commercial bank is to their success. So it is more than just me receiving. It's me going out and learning as much as I can that's made an important contribution for me in terms of the policy input for national policy questions.
Hoenig is called on frequently to share his wisdom and insight of the financial world to TV audiences, to professionals, and even to Congress. His opinion is highly valued.
He's achieved tremendous success, and he understands that the true measure of that success is ultimately the positive impact he has on others.
The 30 years that I worked with Tom Hoenig, I continue to see today the lasting effects of his leadership, both on the Federal Reserve and our commitment to the state of Oklahoma. Congratulations, Tom, on receiving this recognition and honor today. It is well deserved.
For being the first president of the Federal Reserve Bank of Kansas City to rise through the ranks, and for showing us banking is about people and not just numbers, we present the Oklahoma Commerce and Industry Hall of Honor's Chairman's Award to Thomas Hoenig.